This is a definition of a pure golf swing. He gets it into an awesome position on the way down, shallows it nicely, and then rotates and turns and burns so well. But I do think there is something that could be improved on. So what I'm looking at is when we set up to the golf ball, we get some amount of knee flex, right? And then when we take this club away, the idea is that we try to get rid of some knee flex so that it makes it easier for us to rotate that lower body around ourselves. And what I think this golfer here is struggling with a little bit is just how well he rotates the hips. The biggest thing that I'd be focusing on for longevity is just the fact of making sure that the hips rotate in a good positioning. This is similar to what Jason Day has worked on in the past, where he had no hip rotation, and basically what would happen is his trail leg, his right leg, would stay in flex a lot, and this is the exact pattern that I'm seeing in this position here. Because of it staying in flex, you can see that your right pocket has hardly even moved around, and you've swung your club all the way up to the top of your swing. So the reason why that's important is because imagine if your chest is rotating in this direction here, and then your hips are just staying in spot. So you're continuously trying to move this, with your hips not doing that. Your hips are rotating such a small amount that it's almost like your chest is trying to go one way and the hips are trying to go the other way. So that's what I would try to work on, is just getting a little bit more of a relaxed right trail leg in the backswing, just so that there's not as much pressure on that lower back as you swing up to the top. But honestly, I mean, when we're looking at it from a technique standpoint, I mean, this club shaft is super shallow and such a good positioning there. The club face is in a good spot, and then by the time he reaches impact, you see this absolutely sick move where the chest is pretty much, the hips are pretty much towards the target. Chest is rotated open a lot. And like not a lot of golfers can create this, but when you get an athlete like this, young kid who swings it really good, you can obviously make it happen. But that would be the only thing that I'll try to work on, is get that hip rotation in a better spot by allowing that right leg to extend or lengthen as you swing back. And then once you can get that, you'll see a bit of a difference in that club on the way down, and it'll just make it a little bit easier to swing that club up to the top. Now, if you're watching this golf swing and you want an analysis just like this one here, just comment or DM me the word analysis on Instagram and I'll send you the details.